Assalamualaikum, welcome to Pharmainform, and today in this video we will discuss one of the most important topic, and the topic name is what is the trituration, what is levigation, and what is pulverization. These three terms are most commonly asked during different interviews, papers and vivas, but many of us are not familiar and are confused between these three terms. Now I will try to explain these three methods in a simple and easy way. So I hope you will enjoy the video, and if you have not subscribed my channel, first of all press the subscribe button. So first of all, what is trituration, levigation and pulverization? Basically these three methods are used for manual size reduction process. So what is trituration? Trituration is a simple process of size reduction where grinding of a substance is done to a fine powder by continuous striking or rubbing the particles in mortar and pestle. This was the bookish definition, but to remember the process of trituration in simple and easy way, just imagine the grinding of some solid material into mortar and pestle. You can take the example of grinding of the corianders in the mortar and pestle. We add coriander in the mortar and pestle, and then we grind it to convert it into fine particles. So trituration is the simple size reduction process where we add any solid product into the mortar and pestle and then reduce its particle size by continuously striking and crushing the solid content in the mortar and pestle. So for the trituration we use porcelain or glass mortar and pestle, and if our material is very hard then we use the stainless steel mortar and pestle. So I hope now you are familiar with the trituration, simple grinding of any solid substance in mortar and pestle is known as trituration. What is the levigation? To understand the levigation, first of all let's check its bookish definition. Levigation is the method of particle size reduction where particle size of a substance is reduced to finer state by triturating the substance with few drops of liquid in which it is insoluble in a mortar and pestle or on a slab with the help of spatula. So it was a bookish definition of levigation, and to make it easy for you, levigation is also known as wet grinding. So once again, take the example of mortar and pestle, but trituration was the dry grinding of a solid substance, but in levigation we call it the wet grinding. So same process is used as in trituration, but we add few drops of any liquid material along with the solid substance, and we use those liquids in which our substance is insoluble. So suppose we take some solid material into mortar and pestle and add few drops of levigating agents, which are most commonly oil, water, alcohol or glycerine, and then repeat the same action of striking and grinding to reduce the particle size of our solid substance. It is known as wet grinding because in this process a pasty material is formed which is further grinded and crushed to obtain the uniformly sized product. So I hope you are now familiar what is the trituration and what is the levigation. Trituration is the dry grinding in mortar and pestle. Levigation is the grinding of solid material in the presence of any liquid materials. Now we will discuss what is pulverization by intervention method. Now first of all, check its bookish definition: the process by which solid substances are reduced to fine powder by triturating the solid with a suitable solvent, which can be removed at the end of the process. In simple words, pulverization is the method where again we grind any material into mortar and pestle, but unlike the dry grinding, we done this process in the presence of any solvent, which can easily be removed by the evaporation process at the end of size reduction process, and we get the finely divided powder state of that material. For easy understanding, take the example of the camphor. It is very difficult to grind the camphor in mortar and pestle, because when we simply dry grind the camphor in mortar and pestle, the finely divided particles cohere with each other again, and it is difficult to reduce the particle size of camphor in mortar and pestle. But when we do this grinding process in the presence of few drops of alcohol, ether or chloroform, it becomes easy to convert the camphor into fine particles, and at the end of the process the solvent added is evaporated, leaving behind particles of the camphor. So it was all about the three methods. One is the trituration, other is the levigation, and third one is the pulverization. This one is the simple dry grinding of any substance in mortar and pestle. In the levigation method, we do the same grinding process as used in the trituration, but we add few drops of the liquid materials in which the solid material is insoluble. And in the pulverization method, we do the same grinding process, but in the presence of a solvent which evaporates or removed at the end of the size reduction process. So I hope now you are familiar with these type of the techniques, with these three methods of the size reduction. If you like the video, share it to others, subscribe my channel. Till the next video, Allah Hafiz.